Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful Christmas crib right at home. This is a fun and meaningful DIY project that brings the spirit of Christmas alive. Whether you're a beginner or a craft lover, this video will guide you step by step. So let's get started. Every Christmas we gather around stories of hope, peace, and new beginnings. And at the heart of those stories stands the humble crib. This is a journey of simple materials coming to life, each piece shaped with patience, each detail crafted with love. From the first stroke of pencil to the final touch of light, every step carries the spirit of Christmas. The stable takes form, the figures find their place, and slowly a timeless scene unfolds before our eyes. A reminder of a quiet night, a shining star, and a child who brought the world together. What begins as wood, clay, and color becomes a symbol of faith, warmth, and belonging. This Christmas crib is more than decoration. It is a story passed through generations, a celebration of love made visible. May this creation bring light to your home and peace to your heart. Every year, as the air cools and the nights grow longer, there comes a moment when the world seems to slow down. It's that time when familiar scents drift through homes, when family gatherings become more frequent, and when little traditions quietly prepare our hearts for Christmas. Among all those treasured traditions, one stands out. Simple, humble, but filled with magic. The making of the Christmas crib. For many of us, the Christmas season doesn't truly begin until the crib boxes come down from their shelf, dusty from a year of waiting. There's something almost sacred in opening those boxes, like opening a time capsule filled with stories, memories, and echoes of childhood laughter. Inside lie tiny figures worn with love, shepherds with chipped paint, animals that lean slightly to one side, angels whose wings have been glued on more than once. Yet to us, they are priceless. Growing up, crib making was never just a task. It was an event, a ceremony, a moment when generations came together. Grandparents, parents, children, each holding a role, each adding their touch. And it always began the same way. Someone would announce, "All right, it's time to set up the crib." And just like that, the house would shift into a different kind of warmth. The youngest ones would run to gather the pieces, their excitement buzzing. The adults would smile, remembering their own childhood rush. And the elders, well, they would settle into their favorite chairs, ready to supervise with the kind of authority only experience and love can give. The first step was always choosing the perfect spot. Not too high, not too low. Somewhere everyone could see it. Somewhere the light could fall just right. And once the location was set, the real magic began. Sheets of old newspaper would be spread out like a creative battlefield being prepared. Bits of hay or dried grass would be brought out, sometimes from the garden, sometimes from a last-minute scramble to the store. Cardboard pieces became hills, cloth became rivers, small lights became miniature stars. In that moment, imagination was our greatest tool. Children, of course, were the self-appointed chief designers. They saw mountains where adults saw crumpled paper. They saw rivers where adults saw tinsel. And as adults, we learned to step back and let that imagination take flight. Because in their creativity, Christmas always felt more real. And then the little figures would appear, one by one, wrapped in tissue paper, protected like treasures. The shepherds, the sheep, the wise men, the cattle, Mary, Joseph. Each figure carefully unwrapped and greeted like an old friend returning home for the holidays. Every family had their own rules. Some placed the baby Jesus only on Christmas morning. Some kept the three wise men at a distance, traveling across the room day by day. Some added modern touches, a small Santa figurine somewhere in the background, or a little LED star that blinked just a bit too brightly. But no matter how different our traditions were, the heart behind them was always the same. What made crib making truly special were the stories that came with it. Stories passed down from generation to generation. A grandmother would point to a shepherd and say, "This was your grandfather's favorite piece. He bought it the year we got married." A father might recall how he once broke a camel's leg while playing, and how his father patiently glued it back together instead of scolding him. A mother would share how the angel with the golden wings was gifted to her on her first Christmas away from home. Each figurine held a memory. Each memory held emotion. And each emotion added something deeper to the crib, something you couldn't see but could feel. The actual arrangement of the crib was a delicate dance. The stable had to be centered. The animals needed just the right positions, close enough to look warm, but spaced enough to look natural. The shepherds had to appear as though they had just arrived, breathless from the journey. The wise men needed their sense of dignity, standing tall with their gifts. And then, Mary and Joseph. No matter how young or old we were, placing these two figures always seemed to quiet the room. There was a hush, gentle, reverent, because even in our small recreation, this moment carried weight. They were the heart of the story. Finally, everything would be ready. Every piece set, every light adjusted, every hill smoothed out. But there was always one space left empty. The small crib in the center, waiting. Waiting for the night when everything changed. On Christmas Eve, there was something so tender about placing the baby Jesus into the crib. Adults often let children do the honors. Little hands, clumsy but careful, would carry the tiny figure and lay it gently in the manger, and once he was there, the crib felt complete. Alive. Peaceful. Let the lights glow. Let the stars shine bright. Let the angels sing. Let the shepherds gather. Let the wise men follow. Let Mary and Joseph stand watch. And let the manger wait just a little before the child is laid gently inside. Because in that quiet, humble moment, Christmas begins again. Merry Christmas, and may your crib be filled with love, memory, and the wonder of the season.